Hello, my dear students. In this presentation, I'm going to discuss with you about different methods of analysis of complexes. So, under which I have listed out what are all the various methods. First one, method of continuous variation. Second one, pH titration method. Third one, distribution method. Fourth one, solubility method. And at last, spectroscopic method. Apart from that, it also includes miscellaneous methods, which covers NMR and IR spectroscopy, polarography, circular dichroism, kinetics, X-ray diffraction, and electron diffraction. In this presentation, with the few slides, I am going to discuss with you in detail about method of continuous variation. So let me discuss method of continuous variation. So this method is suggested by the scientist Job. The scientist Job suggested this method for the measurement of complexation by means of using the additive property. So here what is the basic principle we are going to use? Additive property. Say for example, we can utilize the values of spectrophotometric extinction coefficient, dielectric constant, square of the refractive index. So these are all the various additive properties we can utilize to measure the complexation. And here comes the method. So initially, if we consider two species, if the property of two species are different, then no interaction occurs when the compounds are mixed together. Okay, if we are mixing two different species together, just they present side by side, there is no occurrence of complexation. So in that case, the value of the property is given by the mean of the value of separate species present in the mixture. Okay, which means no complexation occurs. No complexation takes place. And there is a linear relationship observed. Linear relationship is nothing but if the concentration of A is increased, then the concentration of AB is also increased. If the concentration of B is increased, and again concentration of AB is also increased. So this is the case when two species are different. Two species are different, no interaction occurs, no complexation occurs, and there is a linear relationship observed between the two species. Okay. So now consider if the solutions of two species A and B are mixed together. And here again the mixing takes place at equimolar concentration and also fixed total concentration. So in that case you can able to notice the complex formation between the two species. So in the graph you can able to see the lower curve where there is no complex formation. That is a linear relationship. Whereas the upper curve, it indicates the complex formation between two species. So now the additive property is shown by the upper curve present in the figure. Okay. So here we are constructing the graph between mole fraction and dielectric constant. So the line shows a change in the slope which corresponds to the complex formation, and the slope change occurs at the mole fraction of 0.5, indicating the complex of 1:1 type. Clear? So here we discussed about the solutions of two species which are mixed at equimolar concentration and also at fixed total concentration. And we can able to notice the 1:1 type complex formation by means of using the graph. And again, apart from Job, the other scientists, that is Martel and Calvin, they used physical property to determine the complexes. So physical property again, which is nothing but spectrophotometric absorbance. So here they identified or noticed the complex formation occurring at various mole fractions. Okay, by means of varying the mole fractions, they can notice the complexation occurs. Then the observed values are subtracted from the corresponding values. Now in the graph we can plot mole fraction against the difference. Here the graph is constructed between mole fraction and the absorbance difference. So this is another method which is suggested by Martel and Calvin. And another two scientists, Bent and French method. So here they utilize the magnitude of the measured property. So what is the magnitude of the measured property? Absorbance. So according to them, Bent and French, this absorbance is proportional to the concentration of the complex. Okay, so if the concentration of complex is more, then you can able to notice more absorbance. So that is the basic principle. What it is? Absorbance is proportional only to the concentration of complex. So by means of using this relationship, they can able to determine molar ratio of the ligand A and metal M and also stability constant. So using this proportionality constant, they can able to determine the molar ratio of ligand to metal and also stability constant. And at last, so here comes the total equilibrium equation, which based on method of continuous variation. So here the complexation equation can be written as m plus na equal to man. For this again we are writing the stability constant. So stability constant is nothing but K is equal to concentration of the product divided by sum of the concentration of reactants. So what is the product? Ma is the product, reactant M, metal, and A is the ligand. So this stability constant equation again we are writing in logarithmic form. So while writing in logarithmic form, it gives log MAN equal to log K plus log M plus N log A. From this equation, MAN is the concentration of complex. M is the concentration of uncomplexed metal. A, concentration of uncomplexed ligand. N, number of moles of ligand combined with 1 mole of metal ion. And at last, K is the equilibrium or stability constant for the complex. And this is about method of continuous variation, which is used to determine the or analyze the complex formation. Thank you all.